Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Hamnet. And this is from writer-director Chloe Zhao, who also wrote the screenplay with Maggie O'Farrell, whose novel this is based on, and Hamnet. And this tells the story of a powerful story of love and loss that inspired the creation of Shakespeare's timeless masterpiece, Hamlet. And this stars Jessie Buckley as Agnes, and Paul Mescal as William Shakespeare. And you have this film that I was wondering why this got this special release in Dolby. And from the opening shot of this rich, gorgeous shot of the woods, just the green leaves and everything, I'm like, now I know why this movie was presented in Dolby, because this is a absolutely gorgeous film, and Lucas Zal, who is the cinematographer, captures every bit of beauty that is the woods and nature. There is an intimacy of how the camera engages with these characters. We feel everything so deeply personally. There's a lyricism, there's a poetic nature to how this film is presented, and Zhao just embodies that perfectly, and I think it adds layers to the subject, this being Shakespeare and everything feeling so poetic and lyrical in its execution, that atmosphere. There's some more mysticism and abstract elements. There's a moment where you have this young boy on this stage, and what this represents in a metaphysical kind of way is just so powerful. So much of this film is powerful. And the sound design is impeccable with the sounds of nature. You have Max Richter's score that is so poignant, so emotive, and just evocative in the way that it fills this film with emotion. It fills the theater with emotion. And this film didn't need any help, but it's there. And Zhao creates this deeply intense and erotic series of events towards the beginning of the film, as you see Buckley and Mescal connecting, and those scenes are so powerful and lustful, and you just feel it. And then there's this love, this romance that's just in the air, and this love for their children as they become parents. And there is one sequence in this film that tragedy that launches this whole entire situation is one of the most emotionally devastating things I've watched in a movie. And watching the pain, the suffering, what Zhao's able to create along with the performances is shattering. Like, there's no other way to put it. This is emotionally gutting, the way that this film plays those scenes out. And the whole entire audience were bawling their eyes out, watching this immense pain and suffering envelop the characters, envelop the atmosphere of the film, enveloping the theater, all the people watching this film. Few films are able to capture a power like that. There's an intimacy of this film that connects us to the emotions of this journey so deeply. And there's few things in this world that are more emotionally charged than the scream that Jessie Buckley has in her very unique voice, and how she lets out these sounds. The scenes where she gives birth are visceral and intense, and you're in it. And Buckley is, like, when you say brave performance, this is a brave performance because she lets it all out there. It's all raw. She's an open nerve, and you see her right up close and personal. All of these powerful emotions completely taking her over. She is so charming, and she sells those elements of her performance. You feel the pain, this looming shadow over her after this tragedy. And in the birthing scene and this death scene, her performance is just mesmerizing. It is shattering. And if she doesn't win an Oscar for this, I riot. Jessie Buckley, one of my favorite actors, and she nails it. There's a vulnerability, an awkwardness, a discomfort in Mascow's performance as Shakespeare that is just so fully realized. You have Emily Watson, who plays the mother of William Shakespeare, and she has a few moments in this film where she absolutely just soars. And you have these performances by these young actors who play their children that are just absolutely incredible. It is unbelievable the work that these young performers do in this film in selling these performances. And you have young Olivia Linus as Judith, but Jacoby Jupe, who plays Hamnet. This boy is one of the most charismatic actors I've seen in a long time, and as a child. And the weight that he carries in this performance, his last scenes are just shattering. Just what he's able to accomplish. This film is emotion. It is humanity. It is the deepest, richest themes that are so deeply connective of the human experience. This film is so poetic and lyrical, and it is tragedy and death and grief and how art can heal it all. And the final sequence of this film, the performance of Hamlet, is something so profound and so beautiful. This film is deeply emotional, shattering, and just tragic. But it is one of the most beautiful films I have seen in a long time on top of it. And what Chloe Zhao is able to do here, I'm like, this is her greatest masterpiece up to this point. And if she can continue to make films like this, I will be there as early as possible to see any of them. This was a profound experience, to say the least. But those are my thoughts on Hamnet. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.